which is coming up, by the way.
Have it. We'll do it live. Oh, I
I
mean,
didn't quite hear
hello,
you.
hello, everyone.
We'll do it. What?
I said, F it. We'll do it live.
I was just waiting for that.
Oi, oi, Carrot.
Oi, oi, Savaloy.
Apex Comics in the house. Fembat coming soon.
Burning down the house. Ah, house in the middle of the street.
Hail Helder in the house. Everybody's showing up today. Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Absolutely. Get some nice gifts. Some rest is, yes, and happy Father's Day to our Heavenly Father. Amen.
Yeah, my girls are probably. I won't get gifts until after dinner. I gotta,
Oh,
I gotta feed them first before they just.
like your piranha.
Yeah, and kind of.
Yeah. The gift that keeps on giving or detracting, however you want to.
Kids, you gotta love them. You can't kill them.
Well, kids are like piranha a little bit. They nibble. They like to nibble, and then sometimes they just dive right in.
Yeah,
Go
when you're
right.
not paying it, when you're not paying attention, they eat you out of house and home.
They get out of control. Yeah, and they'll do that too. Little heathens. Anyway, it's good to see Howder here. 6480.
Little carpet crawlers. Anyway,
Gary
I love my
Apex.
girls.
And it's good to see you too, Shadowhawk.
Yeah, good to
Good to
see you
see
too. Right? Did
you.
you
Yeah, you see me.
ever
I
hear
ain't come on
anything?
camera.
Hear anything from your daughter today or no?
We communicato the other day, which was well,
Yeah, a couple days ago, wasn't it?
well, let's see. Her birthday was the 13th.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. Yeah, and today
uh,
is what, the 16th?
oh,
What are you giggling about?
more notifications.
Cracking Mama Hawk up over here. I don't know what.
I clicked the wrong thing.
And I don't know why.
I don't know why either.
Oh wow, that's great! Congrats, Lori.
Liquors. All right. Yeah.
Hey, Edwin. Good to see you, sir. Oh, that's awesome, Carrie. Glad to hear it.
I didn't hear it. What was it?
Carrie said her birth dad sent her some pictures of him doing stuff in his garden and told her that he loves her and that always makes her feel good.
Oh,
which it should. So that's awesome.
A little roboting, just to let you know. Not too bad. I made out. You're okay. Yes, Amber. I said, thank God for you every day. I thank God for you every day. I hope you had a great birthday. Gone too soon. And she said, this year it did go by fast. And yes, at 7:16 a.m. today, she said, Happy Father's Day.
Well, there you go. You see? Is that any better or no? If I'm a real body, I'll bounce and come back.
Oh, no. Yeah, just a little bit. It was trying to keep up with your words, but no, you're good.
All right.
I don't mean to make you paranoid just by pointing out what you want me to point out to you.
Well, just tell me firmly one way or the other. I can easily bounce and come back.
I can take it. He says, I can take it. Give me more.
God bless it, man.
Take that ball and run.
It's the non-commitment. Just commit to an answer.
Edwin the Ace, Volume 3 in the house. I backed the digital catch-up tier for Path of the Pale Rider yesterday. Yes. I'm going in reverse order so that, I'll get it wrong. My birth dad sent me pictures of what he's doing in his garden. Cool. Tells me he loves me and he always makes me smile. That's good. I'm glad. Because I know, there's been problems there between you and your dad, I think, right? So that's very nice. I got trade paperback for Path of the Pale Rider, which is 4 books in one. Lori's great creator. Check out Path. I will right now because you've got me intrigued about it. Yes, sir.
Okay, how's that?
Wonderful. Happy Father's Day, Chris. Nikki says.
Oh,
almost had me there. Almost had me there with the Chris. Climb in the hot tub. Stream from the hot tub, Chris. Come on. Just don't drop your phone. Give those old bones a soak. Like Tree Goblin says, dip it in water.
That's right.
Love you, Nikki. Just want you to know that from the bottom of my heart.
I'm telling you, Tree Goblin gave me the great idea. I'm going to do comic book reviews, and if it's not good, I'm going to put it in a bucket of water.
There you go. Okay, so it's a Kickstarter, Path of the Pale Rider.
Oh, no, I didn't say that.
Path of the Pale Rider. Okay. Follow Apocalypse Cowboy, Jude St. Clair through the waste, looking for what broke death. He experiences horror and questions humanity. Huh.
Yeah,
I've not seen this one.
That's Lori that hangs out over on Pops' channel. Lori I don't want to say it wrong.
Okay.
I think it's like Carcaterra, something like that.
It should be Carcass. I mean, this bear looks pretty worn. Just saying.
But yeah, I've heard good things about this one.
Oh, that's cool. See, they put up at the bottom, it says nearly funded Kickstarter.
Yep.
They actually flag it that it's nearly funded. 21 days to go, 60 backers. That's good. Let's watch the trailer.
No, that ain't bad at all. Yeah, they're what, 90% back funded? So, yeah, very nice.
I said, let's watch the trailer. There we go.
None. There we go.
Hello, I'm Lori Calcaterra. I am the writer-creator of Path of the Pale Rider. Please excuse if there's any interruptions. We have an undead annoyance here in the studio today. Welcome to issue number 5. I am so excited that we are this far into the story.
She does some fun things with her videos, yeah.
Things are about to get wild. Get wild. Things have been wild already. Security. Okay, so if you're new here, Path of the Pale Rider is an all-new Western apocalypse comic series where death is broken. So that means when you die, your soul doesn't leave your body. And that's for people, animals, insects, fish. It means you're still in your body as you decay. Damn it, don't do that. Anyways, so we start issue 1, 10 years into the apocalypse. And we're following this cowboy named Jude St. Clair, who's like the last guy still looking for the answer. And, enter Big James, consequences ensue.
Seems like that this is inspired by The Walking Dead a little bit, right?
Issue 2.
Sorry, I was muted there. Yeah, a little bit. I mean,
well,
it's kind of
cowboy hat. Anyway,
it's kind of really, if you go back to the,
we're right on the cusp of.
If you go back to what?
The original Dawn of the Dead story, Day of the Dead, when they're down in the bunker, and the one dude is talking to the girl about what's going on with the zombies and everything. And he tells a story about his grandpa said that when hell is full, then the dead will walk the earth. Well, there you go. I shortened it up nicely for you.
Oh, fantasy story. Hell's big enough for everyone, believe me.
Yeah, I mean,
knowing what he knows when we drop
it's still cool for the story. Come on.
Yeah, it's a cool concept. I like her t-shirt.
About how the apocalypse started. And then, of course, the trauma that comes home. And then Jude St. Clair jumping from the frying pan into the fire. Issue number 5. Oh, my gosh. So we pick up where we left off. We're about 9 years into the apocalypse. And Jude St. Clair runs into some familiar faces. He encounters more undead resistance. And then we finally catch up in time. So you get to know what Dwayne Fink knows, And then Jude is off on a new mission. And Santa Claus, well, you're going to have to read that part for yourself. No spoilers. Consequence. Shut up, Ellie. Okay. So what's new to the campaign, you ask? What's new to the campaign? That's it. Rude. Say consequences again. I dare you. Okay, so new things to the campaign. You are all familiar with the catch-up tier, which is the individual issues, playing, like catch-up. But we also have a mustard tier.
Like mustard? You got to have some kind of condiment with your flesh.
Somebody finally did the mustard tier.
Yeah.
We have a hot sauce sampler. So in addition to Path of the Pale sauce, we have added 2 new flavors. We have Meet Your Maker Mango Habanero.
Keep that stuff over on Kickstarter.
Heartstop and Jalapeno Serrano. You'll be able to back either an individual bottle or the sampler pack with all 3. The secret reward has been updated. It's super cool, but I say that every time. But I'm really
I gotta
excited
bring
to
this
make
over to
these.
Fun My Comic. It
Remember,
seems like
Path of the Pale Rider is a fan
woulda,
interactive
shoulda, probably
experience
won't.
that covers
no. It
riddles.
seems like
and
they're very much
interact
Kickstarter
with the world,
oriented
just like
with
it's
all of
real.
the
All the
different
riddles and
things
short
they
films
do.
are on the Kickstarter page.
So,
You just have to scroll down far. Thanks in advance
I
for
get it.
supporting Path of the Pale Rider and the indie comic community. I appreciate you taking a look, and hopefully there's something there for you. Consequences! You know what? You know that doesn't do anything, right? Yeah, well, it makes me feel better.
Well, anyway, thanks for bringing that to my attention. Always looking
Yeah, no, it's
for it.
really good. I just wish they would bring it off Kickstarter and bring it
Yeah.
to Fun My Comic. That'd be great.
There's Pastmaster Dan, which I thought Path of the Pale Rider might be about or something.
No, that's Pale Rider, right? This is Pastmaster
Is
Dan.
only jittery.
Pale Pasta Master.
Need some more dram. Yeah.
Oh, the video?
She
Was
makes
the
her
video
own olive.
jittery? I don't know. It didn't look too bad on my end.
That T-shirt can be bought. Well, I didn't like it that much.
No, I mean it just wasn't super choppy. You know?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It seemed to play fairly smoothly through.
Yeah, he says, "Welcome to Parkinson's Theater." Well, you know, you could hear it, right? I mean, Tree Goblin in the house.
Well, I think maybe he's talking about the cameraman. It might have been a
in
little bit of shaky cam.
Wiggle drills holes.
Excuse me. Tree Goblin, hailhead.
Hot Tub Time Machine.
All right, I'm starting my new review channel. So you guys send me any comic you think I should read. I'll review it, and if I hate it, I stick it in a bucket of water. It's a new feature on Shadowhawk's channel.
Please don't say you're going to do that.
Why not?
Hot Tub is being shocked. Can't go in now. What the?
Yeah, you got
a new way of cleaning it. What?
No, oh, Rex, do I have to explain pool chemistry to you?
Maybe.
Okay, every now and again, the chlorine or bromine or whatever you use, it's only effective for so long.
Right,
because
and then you have to electrify.
It binds with like certain amounts of the dirt and shit that you have in your water.
Right.
As it kills the rest. But when you get to a certain point, it's no longer effective. And then you have to, right, you got to do a water change and then throw a shock in there, which is like just a fucking massive overload of chlorine and other chemicals to just like completely.
I'm learning terminology.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it basically like provides a chemical shock.
Maybe that's why all my fish died in the aquarium. Anyway,
well, you can't do it with fish. Stupid.
Now he tells me.
Oh my god.
Well, I don't think I swear to God, it was the chemicals. I think it was that I actually added the electricity.
Oh, well then, yeah. Now you're just
it made for a good fish fry. I'm just saying. You know what better?
No,
Father's Day than a fish fry. I mean, sure, everybody's doing all kinds of stuff, but when I went to my last day to work, which was Friday, right? Yes, Friday. I had to check that out in my mind because I was off Thursday. Went over to East Side of Wynn.
East Side.
But now on the West Side, I had a special order, and they were already getting started with, I guess, laying some things out or whatever. They're blessed not to have been wiped off the map by that tornado. because they're right on the end, and right over the tracks from them was that trailer park that had 12 Twilos. Just let me say it like Tweety Bird. 12 Twilos, and they were totally wiped out. They were totally gone.
That makes it just sound too funny. It's not good.
And most of the
too soon.
Most of that street in between the corner lot where he was and down there at the end of the street, there's actually a commercial building, which is a funeral home.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about all that was left on that street. A few houses on each end and that business on the other end, along with maybe another house or two. But right in the middle, it got that whole street wiped off the map.
And the business was a funeral home. Ooh.
I know. And it did. It did get named. They're lucky that they're there as well.
Galactic irony.
I know, right? And so this was a corner lot, a pretty, I'd say about a quarter of an acre less. It's not that big. There's a church, it's heavily brushed, wooded, whatever you want to say behind it. There's a church property. So I went on the church property and just busted it out from behind too, circled it 3 times, and it actually went up in the yard for them and through the yard. Before it got totally dark, don't want to run over anything. There was plenty to run over, believe me. So they seemed happy, and for their event the next day, they were getting drunk already, so they were going to have a barbecue. So that took a little time. I did not finish each side. That was partially it. That, and I had to stop every now and then to get my tablet to work, which it never did. What it did is it fooled me. It was off the plug when I went in there, and I thought, it's not plugged up. What the heck? Okay, but I took it and I got going, and I guess shortly after I got there, it was kept dimming on me, whatnot. It wasn't. I had it plugged up. You plug it up when you get in the truck, but it wasn't turned on behind me, so it never charged. So I don't know that they got the information, but I tried. What is Rex talking about? Friday night's work night. Don't you hate it when it happens? So just don't come in late, Timothy. Happy birthday. No, happy birthday. I said happy birthday to him. Happy Father's Day.
I don't know if you're a father or not, but happy Father's Day. Anyway.
Poor Rex didn't have it plugged up.
Oh,
yeah. I had it plugged up. It just wasn't turned on. I had to whisper sweet nothings in its ear to get it to work.
All right, filthy animal.
Whatever that means. Yeah. I like Timothy. He's just totally dismissive. Yeah. It's science. Who cares? Follow the facts. What was it Biden said? Timothy's favorite president? We choose facts over science.
Yes.
Or something like that. Is that what he said?
Or science over facts. It was something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what it was. We choose science over facts. Wow. Okay. I think we live in an over-sexualized, society, really. Everybody wants to.
Sorry, I had to mute so we didn't get a music strike. Mama's got the rock and roll going in the kitchen.
Captain October dropped some great, like Dr. Mask. We've had Dr. Mask on. Maybe I should ask.
Dr. Mask is cool.
Maybe I should ask Captain October on.
I don't know if I've seen Captain October yet. Maybe.
Check this cover out. The Beyond, number 10, I believe it is.
How do you spell cow in 13?
Yes, stewardess, we're weathering the storm. You can tell the passengers they'll sleep tonight. They'll have a nice long sleep. Weird, spooky, supernatural stories. The Beyond. That might be a Charlton book.
What do they call those? Damn it.
A comic book? What?
No, never mind.
What?
I got distracted by Carrie.
Oh.
So how do you spell cow with 13 letters? And it's not a dromedary. It's something.
Oh.
There's a classification for cows.
Boomers was the best generation. Yeah. They did help defeat Nazism. There was that. Skating rings, community centers, public engagement at the events. That was wholesome. Thank you, God. Yeah. Oh, less complicated. Right. Yeah. Everything's hypersexual nowadays, past Mr. Dan. You see an
Timothy, it's okay. You don't have to die. Hail a theory.
You hear what Rex said about me? He made the horrible insinuation that I voted for Biden, the first undead president. Well, Generation X was? Really? I think I'm Gen X, first year. You're a couple years in. Ethereal Dragon in the house.
Hail.
ACW. Carrie says, that's my opinion. I will die on that hill. You gonna die,
Was that the punchline to that joke?
I think so. How do you spell cow in 13 letters?
I don't. Okay, what is a COW?
COW.
Okay, never mind. I get it now. All right,
I
Carrie.
don't, and I don't care to.
It was a horrible, horrible dad joke.
Well, I mean, that might be appropriate on today's show.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
No, I take it back. It's always inappropriate. Anyway, that lasted for a moment, kind of like Timothy Olsen, like a bad rash, and then it goes away.
We need 5 more hookers and a kilo of cocaine. Stat.
There you go. That's cool. I like that. I like the texture on him, He's hairy yet scaly. So could that be like alien lizard representation? He's got scales.
Yeah, he's a little lizardly.
But he's prickly. Yeah. He's hairy.
Who drew this? That's a nice drawing.
It's probably AI.
Oh, fuck. God damn it.
That's going to be my answer when I don't know it.
I hate you.
You like AI. You admitted to it earlier in the stream.
I said it has its uses for doing silly shit like thumbnails and ads and things like that. Whatever.
You can't take criticism. I'd like to see you get ketchup out of a bottle.
I critique your critique. I think your critique is ass.
Breathtaking breathtaking.
I don't even want to know.
I can't speak, man. I need cocaine. Anyway, a breathtaking Ethiopian chocolate opal specimen from the first famous source discovered in Ethiopia.
Oh, hail, Mrs. Good Stuff. Thank you, darling. And happy Father's Day to Mr. G.
I could see where they say this looks like chocolate. Hell yeah. Mrs. G, happy Father's Day to you.
It does look like that outer coating looks like it's got a chocolate shell, doesn't it?
Chocolate opal, yeah.
That's crazy.
It is crazy.
That's pretty as all get out, man. Look at that thing.
Yeah, I know. Refractory. Oh, like the blue when the hint of blue comes through that green, but
yeah,
you have to turn it. The light has to hit it right.
Mm-hmm. It's got reds
Oh, yeah.
and oranges. And, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. When you combine the cool and the even
I
yellow,
didn't
I mean,
realize.
it's got the whole color of the spectrum depending on how it hits it.
Yeah, I didn't realize opals were that fucking cool. I mean, that's pretty neat. Like its own little self-contained light show.
Universe, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you could trip your you know what off to that.
Oh,
you know,
hell
just
yeah,
saying.
man. Give me a handful of shrooms and a chocolate opal, and I'm good to go.
Or a tragic meatloaf.
Or a tragic meatloaf.
Not everything is hypersexual. Some groups go out of their way to prevent the male gaze.
Oh,
yeah, that's true. You know, they are covering up the tatas and different things. I had a blast getting my son all the cool toys they didn't have when I was a kid. Yeah, I mean that's the goal, right? To spoil your kids.
Oh, yeah. That's what I try to give my kids. More than what I had. So that's. I mean that. When you're a father, your first and foremost goal is to teach your kids morals and goals and right from wrong and how not to hurt themselves. And then after that, hopefully you can influence them in some way to be successful in life.
Mr. Good Stuff says, "Hi, everybody."
Hail, Mr. G.
Live vicariously through him. Yes, indeed. But you know what? That's dangerous, slippery slope if you live your life vicariously through another, even if it is your son, your wife, or anything. You need to be you, and if that's you, fine. But what if, God forbid, your son goes before you? Do you stop living because you've been living your life vicariously through him? Kind of, I don't mean to get morbid, but
that's taking it a little far. I think that's getting it more to an obsession level, rather than just enjoying.
Yeah, and there are people that do that. They build their lives on others, and then when the other is no longer there, their whole life falls apart because they built on that.
But these are people, yes, and these are also people who, in one way or another, have some kind of mental weakness or initial issue that makes them behave in this way. I'm no psychologist. Where's Doc when we need him?
Past Master Dan says, I taught life lessons. He's a father of 4 now. He's amazing. I did good. I did good.
See there?
Life
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Past Master Dan did just
Mike
fine.
Walters in the
good
house.
Job, Michael.
Hello.
I just talked to my oldest daughter earlier today. She's doing really well.
Well, you blew me away earlier by saying stepdaughter.
No, well, my oldest daughter is the one I had in 1984, right? She's
right.
My biological daughter was my first wife, my only wife. I've never.
Yes. Which you also said
the marketing director, the 24-year-old that I've got in the house now, is my stepdaughter. That is Mama Hawk's Mama Hawk's daughter from her previous marriage. But she's been living with me since she was 4, 5, I don't know, something like that.
Your 14-year-old? It's not your biological daughter?
No, my 14-year-old is my biological daughter too. The 24-year-old, the one in between.
Oh, one in between.
The one that does the really good art, the one that designed my logo.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. So the talent didn't fall from the tree.
Well, it came from her mama. Mama Hawk is a musician and an artist as well.
Well,
we both are. We both didn't know what we wanted to be, if we were going to be artists or musicians. We both ended up being musicians, but we've always done art as well.
Envision your wife going around with a football helmet on the whole day.
What? Why?
I just, or one of those boxing guards, that's padded on your head, because she's a headbanger.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Deny it.
She's a
deny
rock
it.
and roller and she's a headbanger. That doesn't mean she needs headgear, you weirdo.
Oh
Excuse
my God. I don't even know if I want. Oh my God.
Shadow did not want to grow up and be a Toys R Us kid.
Should I share
I don't know
sad
what the hell
news?
that's
Should I
supposed to mean,
share
Timothy,
sad
but okay.
news? Should I share sad news today or just keep it light and upbeat?
Oh, Jesus, who died now?
Fanta's father today.
Oh, no. Today?
My dad passed away this morning. Make sure you spend as much time as possible with the ones you love. Happy Father's Day, Dad. I hope you know how much I love you. Rest in peace, Dad. You are the shape of the hole inside my heart.
Oh, Fanta, I'm
And
so
she
sorry,
posted this.
darling.
She posted this picture. That's going to
Oh,
be a bittersweet pill every Father's Day. I know.
damn, that sucks. Poor Fanta. Oh,
So,
I'm so sorry, darling.
pray for Fanta.
Hey,
God, I
your
wasn't
dad,
expecting that curveball on
you know
Father's
your
Day.
dad loved you, and no matter what, I mean, look at it on the bright side. You're never gonna forget Father's Day. I guess. So,
Well, my
well,
father's been gone a decade now, and I think of him often. Let's put it that way.
yeah.
You think about the
Well,
ones that's
dude, my dad died 3rd of
and
July.
maybe not enough. Definitely not enough.
Yeah, I lost my dad on the 3rd of July, so like every 4th of July is like bittersweet for me because I love the fireworks and I love entertaining the kids and all that kind of shit. But at the same time, it's a little rough.
Yeah, I can understand that. Actually, 4th of July, I had a bad experience, and I often think of that too. I got out of my head, and I couldn't tell you what year it is without looking it up. But it was I went to see Independence Day when it came out. So whenever that movie came out.
Oh well, that's a horrible experience right there. That'll scar you for life.
Oh, now I wouldn't say it's
I'm just fucking around. I mean, but it wasn't very good, really. Really.
Just saying. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. But Dad and I were complicated. Yeah, a lot of people, have complications with their father figures, and um, that can really mess with your whole being, your spiritual life, because our Heavenly Father is the Heavenly Father, not the Heavenly Mother. Although there's, when you get to studying it, there's, with every man, there's there is a feminine side. Chromosome wise too, right?
You keep your feminine side to yourself there, mister.
I have a clear dividing line. Do you not see it here? Maybe I need to make it like yellow.
Yeah, the background color, black. No.
There.
But no, I
You see that, mister?
Look at that. Okay.
Or green.
Now he's cooking. You cross that line that later, cut you in half, mister.
How about that green? Yeah. I know you like green.
No, I've heard there's soft side. I was dude. The older I get, the more of a big softy I become. Little cute animals and shit like that. I'm like, oh.
I must have that plushie. I've heard you say it.
I know. I wanted that Chinoo plushie really bad. And I don't know why.
Well, we were warned in the 90s. It's the end of the world as we know it.
That's all goddamn estrogen and soy. They're sneaking into our food, man.
I'm afraid to eat just about anything right now. I have to be perfectly
Dude,
honest with you.
I'm going through like all kinds of hoops when I go to buy fresh fish, like looking at this shit, you know, and trying to figure out if it's real or not. Meat, you don't fucking know anymore. They're 3D printing shit. They're doing all this stuff.
Right.
Apparently, it's been approved, and there's companies that have been retooling factories to do this shit for a couple of years now. So it's coming, whether you want to accept it or not. This shit's gonna, if it's not on the shelf already, it'll be there soon.
Yeah, they're genetically engineering type stuff, and
yeah, but what? What is where does the pattern that they, you know, where are they getting the DNA samples and stuff to make this meat from, to build these abominations from? I don't know.
Yeah, I really don't know either. I mean,
it
I
would hope it
saw
would be from the highest-
this week Bendy watermelon. The kids wouldn't eat it after she sliced it up and gave it to them because
Bendy
it was the
watermelon?
texture was odd. And then what was wild after I didn't show it on the show because it was choppy ass theater, and I didn't know how to translate. But it was bendy. You couldn't hardly snap it.
What the hell?
It was like rubber. And at the end was the most tragic thing. She actually took a couple bites of it and ate it, knowing the way it was.
Yeah, but the kids wouldn't
put that
eat
in my body. I'm just saying.
The kids wouldn't eat it, though.
The kids wouldn't eat it. No. They returned it all.
That's awesome, man. You can always trust the kid's opinion. It's either going to be good or bad. And, it'll probably be 50-50 between, if you have like 50 kids in a room, 25 might like it, 25 will hate it. But
I just hate that we're this, far past. Master Dan mentioned the greatest generation, being the boomers, that, that we're this far into our country's just celebrating like, next year it'll be 250 years of the U.S. Army. And
well, Rex, I'm not sure. You might be a boomer, but I think I hit.
No, you're a Gen Xer, and so
I'm a Gen X. Yeah, okay.
I'm a first year. You're a third year.
Yeah, I'm a third year. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I didn't even realize that until like you and I started fucking figuring that shit out. I'm like,
I didn't either. I didn't know they branded me. I
don't know what these generations
I feel like a side of beef.
It was like delving into Bronze Age comic books with Mike.
Yeah.
I know. I don't want to believe
that. Time to get some chickens and goats. I know, right? I mean, I've been thinking about doing some very limited gardening, growing my own food,
growing his own food. Yes, food.
And it's definitely very doable.
Not anything else.
I don't know if I can keep like goats and chickens in, my yard here. And I wouldn't do that to my neighbors anyway. But I certainly.
Well, you just get a little pair of those little dwarf goats, and you don't have to mow your lawn anymore.
True.
You'd have to put a fence though.
Yeah. My yard really doesn't need that much trimming. I mean, it's especially the back. It's got some bare spots in it, actually. The dirt is really poor. Probably the best thing I could do is just that whole top layer up, and then just put a good top layer topsoil on it,
And didn't you say that used to be farm country back there, or no?
Right behind the house. behind the house now on the former church property and the school, which is now owned by the school, which I wish they would make it a city park. It had cattle. It had Black Angus cattle on there. So
cattle, that's what it was.
A lot of manure rich ground back there, but on my property, not so much. It's more of a clay based,
Yeah, I got you. We got the same thing up here, man. We go from nice black dirt, like in some of the farming areas, and then you get closer to the lake up here by Lake Michigan, and you start getting into clay and sand and all kinds of just fucked up shit that you don't want to try to build or dig in, because it's just that much harder.
I don't know what to eat anymore. I guess I'm gonna have to get a book on it or two, right?
To what?
And you need, Well, I mean, everything's sus. I mean, have you seen these?
You can't trust any of these new books either, though, dude. I mean, you're gonna have to research the book and the person before you.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I get free range eggs, and even the free range eggs now, the yolks are not like orange like they should be. They're more yellowish, the last ones that I got, which I don't eat a lot of eggs anyway.
Well,
I mostly use those for cooking.
That also depends on diet. If they're giving them like a lot of marigolds or anything like that, because chickens will eat, flowers and things.
Well, I mentioned dandelion. I'm definitely going to do some dandelion stuff. That's probably the best thing for your heart, period. That's out there.
I gotta see if I can find my grandma's dandelion wine recipe.
Wine?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I guess you could ferment it, or probably add sugar to that to ferment it. I don't know.
I would guess. I mean, that's usually how sugar and yeast. But yeah, I mean, I got to try it when I was a kid, and it was not bad at all. A little tart, kind of not quite like a lemonade, a little bit different, but kind of the same thing, But it had a kick to it.
I'll have to find the stuff for tomorrow on the dandelion facts.
There's actually I think it's a Ray Bradbury book that's named Dandelion Wine. It's a book of short stories. Pretty cool.
Wow.
If you ever get a chance to read it.
And he lived to a ripe old age. I'm just saying. Of course, he was a King Kong fan, like Ray Harryhausen.
Yeah.
There's no denying it. That was their favorite movie.
I'm not denying it. I still love the guy.
I got it.
I still love the guy, even if he was delusional about, Godzilla not being better.
No, I mean, I think they enjoyed Godzilla. I mean, Harryhausen made movies like that, right?
He was in the war. It was probably, concussion from the bombs messed up his brain.
No, you're making this up, O'Clock. Am I talking to Timothy Olsen all of a sudden? What the hell?
Made him like giant 40-foot tall gorillas. I mean, I can't explain people's weird obsessions, but everybody knows Godzilla's better.
To quote Warner Brothers, despicable. Just letting you know that. Just letting you know.
Lorenzo, where are you? Back me up, brother. I need some lizard representation up in here.
He added me to a cartoon group. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but he added me to what do you call it? A DM group, I suppose.
Yeah, or a Discord. I don't know. I've never done a Discord yet, so I don't know exactly what the fuck that's about.
Oh, wow. A newly deciphered manuscript dating back to 1600 years has been determined to be the oldest record of Jesus Christ's childhood. Experts said this in news release June 13, 2024. The piece of papyrus has been stored in a university library in Hamburg, Germany for decades. The university announced the document remained unnoticed until Dr. Burks from Charlie Institute for Christianity and Antiquity at the university in Berlin, Professor Gabriel blah 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 from Belgium University studied it and identified it as the earliest surviving copy of the infancy Christ of Thomas, a document detailing Jesus Christ's childhood.
All right, I gotta bounce and come back, Greg.
Okay, I'll look for you. The translation marks a significant discovery for the research field. The university said until now, it was believed that the earliest versions of this gospel was the Codex from the 11th century AD. The document translated by Burks and Marcedo was dated between 4th and 5th century. The stories in the document are now in the Bible, or not in the Bible. Sorry about that. The news release said, but the papyrus contains anecdotes that would have been widely shared in antiquity and the Middle Ages. The few words on the fragment describe a miracle that Jesus performed as a child, according to the Gospel of Thomas, which says he brought clay figures of birds to life. Now, I have heard that before. The document was written in Greek, confirming for researchers that the gospel was originally written in that language. I might have issues with that portion of the story. The fragment contains 13 lines in Greek letters and originates from late antique Egypt, according to the news release. The papyrus went ignored for so long because past researchers considered it, quote, insignificant, the news release said. And make sure that Shadowhawk hasn't made it back yet. Thought he resurrected a dead bird. Yeah, that might, Eric, always with the scat. See, there's proof. A fart is nothing but feces liquefied, gasified. I don't know. Roasted dandelion root is a great coffee substitute. Do tell. Roasted dandelion root. I'm telling you, it's good for you. My brother helps out at a farm and gets free eggs, trays of 30 eggs at a time whenever he wants. I get a tray every now and again. They taste way better than store-bought eggs. Yeah. I'm one that doesn't eat a lot of eggs, like I said. Don't add or detract from the Bible. No proof. You sit on a throne of lies. Wow, Eric going hardcore. I resurrected a dead. Oh, okay. Dandelion tea is good for you, but it tastes like butthole. Yeah, I would want something that at least tasted palatable. And Mrs. G, how do you know how a butthole tastes? Not that I'm insinuating anything, but yeah, maybe it's like you imagine what a butthole would taste like dirt, maybe. Yeah, everybody needs to know how to garden. In regarding to the scat thing, laugh out loud. Disavow. In regards, dang grammar on my part, bad. Right. In regarding to, I knew what you meant. Maybe it was insignificant, Eric. Yeah, but you had to keep in context. What were people reading? Even like the Gnosticism that was not driven out. And I think it's interesting Gnosticism, for one thing. About the time Gnosticism died out in the 16th century, what reared its head but Islam. So Satan's always going to have a counterfeit, you know. Okay, Gnosticism's done with. Let's go on to the next new thing. New technology helped them decipher the language on the fragment and compare it to other Christian texts. It was thought to be part of an everyday document, such as a private letter or a shopping list, because the handwriting seemed so clumsy. Burke said in the news release he first noticed the word Jesus in the text, which would have been, it's in Greek. Yeah. Then by comparing it with numerous other digitized papyri, he deciphered it letter by letter and quickly realized that it could not be an everyday document. Welcome back, Mr. Shadowhawk.
Hello. Sorry about that.
They both said that in the news release that they believe the gospel was created as a writing exercise in a school or monastery. That would explain the clumsy handwriting in irregular lines. They said, perhaps. But there's the fragment that talks about, compared to the Gospel of Thomas. And there are extra biblical texts out there, and some of them are actually mentioned in the book, like the book of Jasher in the book of Kings. The book of Enoch is mentioned, I think.
Dead Sea Scrolls, wasn't that?
Well, that wasn't mentioned in the Bible, but the Dead Sea Scrolls.
No, but when they found those, they mentioned stuff that's in the Bible.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it confirmed the Bible. I mean, there was almost like a whole complete book of Isaiah, which is 66 chapters, pretty big book. That really, like 4th century BC, Dead Sea Scrolls, the Essenes. Absolutely. That confirmed a lot about and it really showed that scripture really hasn't been changed that much as far as.
No, it's changed with language, over time. It's been kind of, reworked for the different languages, but for the most part, it stays true to the original meaning. I think in most cases, as far as I know. I'm totally backpedaling.
Howder says the roasted dandelion root coffee doesn't taste that bad. I made it a couple times. You need to find 1.5, so 1.5, I guess, inch roots. It's pretty big, established dandelion, I guess. Year-old dandelions to get roots big enough, really, to do that with, I guess. Love Enoch, I should show you the same.
Well, see, Grandma used to put dandelion leaves in the salad.
I have the book of Enoch. I have the book of Jasher. My Jasher, I know, comes from a Spanish translation from the 1800s. I'm sorry, 800 AD. You have to consider the source with that. There are different type things out there. I once drank the root of beer. Oh, Eric. Get back to partying with you. The root of evil is coffee with lime. I'm having some now. Ha ha. I guess the root has taken, as we would say in the South, root. Although I never say root. I'm
root
country,
beer.
not that country.
Give me a root beer.
Root beer. June 16th marks the 65th anniversary of George Reed's
better than a root
death.
beer is a sassafras tea, my friend.
June 16th also marks the 65th anniversary of George Reed's death. His passing was felt deeply, and we continue to mourn that loss. But it was his life that filled us with awe. He was an inspiration to millions. You are remembered, George, and we miss you so much, says Jim. Nope. Absolutely, from the New Adventures of Superman that was aired in the 60s. And he was also in Gone with the Wind, probably his most famous movie that he appeared in.
Really? Who was he in Gone with the Wind?
He was one of her suitors at the start of the story.
Oh, before Clark Gable got there.
Yeah. And before, Atlanta was attacked and destroyed, stuff burned.
Right.
Sassafras my ass. I like sassafras. I once
sassafras tea is awesome, dude.
dug up a whole root, the whole base of a sassafras tree and actually made some sassafras tea when I was a boy from that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had a little company that up here that used to make a sassafras soda pop. Like a pop.
Oh yeah,
beer.
I bet that was wild.
It was pretty good. And then you got your good old sarsaparilla. You ever try one of those?
No, I haven't, but I would like to, just because it's mentioned in every Western I've ever seen at some point.
Yeah, I know. That's the first chance I got to try one.
Give me a sarsaparilla, and everybody looks crazy at you. Like, give me a glass of milk, please.
It's kind of like a Dr. Pepper. It's like it's not quite a cola.
You go into a bar and people look at you strangely when you add, order milk or a sarsaparilla.
I usually walk in and go, "Make mine red eye."
Yeah.
Losing your ex. Fucking internet. God bless. No, bro. What? Really? What the shit? No, we're still alive. I didn't see the comment. You just fucking with me. I'm still here. Hello, hello. Hello. Sorry about that. Rex has had a power outage at his place, and he's not sure when it's going to come back on. So we're here. The live stream is still open. Rex hasn't had a chance to shut it down. I don't think I can do it from my end. But I've got to get going here soon. Anyway, it's Father's Day. I spend some time with girls. So everyone, please come back and check out 7 o'clock. We'll be doing a preview of Chosen episode 2. And then anybody that wants to come on board, we will leave the live link in the stream. We can have up to 10 people. So if you'd like to come on board and watch The Chosen and get a little injection of some godly goodness into your life before Monday hits again, you're more than welcome. So, love you guys. We always appreciate you being here. Hello, and we love you. And as Rex would say, keep cool. Wait, I got a couple of comments I gotta check before I go. Don't want to be rude. So rude. Okay. Pastmaster says, "Hail." Eric says, "Talk to you later." And she's got, okay. Hey all, thank you guys for being here as always. We love you, and we will see you at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time if you want to join us for episode 2, season 4 of The Chosen.